dear viewers, and welcome to a new episode of Games and Names. We have two featured sports for you in this episode, badminton and gymnastics. And our star guests are both members of the Egyptian national squad in their respective sports. We have Rami Al-Kashif and Mariam Tariq. Rami, the badminton player, and Mariam, the gymnast. So let's get to know more about badminton and about gymnastics and about Rami and Mariam, the upcoming minutes of Games and Names. Badminton with larger teams. The most common forms of the game are singles with one player per side and doubles with two players per side, mixed doubles of course. Badminton is often played as a casual outdoor activity in a yard or on a beach. Formal games are played on a rectangular indoor court. Points are scored by striking the shuttlecock with the rackets and landing it within the opposing side's half of the court. Each side may only strike the shuttlecock once before it passes over the net. Play ends once the shuttlecock has struck the floor or if a fault has been called by the umpire, service judge, or in their absence, the opposing side. The shuttlecock is a feathered or in informal matches plastic projectile which flies differently from the balls used in many other sports. In particular, the feathers create much higher drag, causing the shuttlecock to decelerate more rapidly. Shuttlecocks also have a high top speed compared to the balls in other racket sports. The flight of the shuttlecock gives the sport its distinctive nature. The game developed in British India from the earlier game of battledore and shuttlecock. European play came to be dominated by Denmark at first, but the game has become very popular in Asia, with recent competitions dominated by China. Since 1992, badminton has been a Summer Olympic sport with 4 events: men's singles, women's singles, men's doubles, and women's doubles, with mixed doubles added 4 years later. At high levels of play, the sport demands excellent fitness. Players require aerobic stamina, agility, strength, speed, and precision. It is also a technical sport requiring good motor coordination and the development of sophisticated racket movements.
My name is Rami Kashif. I'm 26 years old. I'm an engineer and a badminton player. I started playing badminton when I was 14 years old. I won a lot of places and a lot of medals, and now I'm a badminton coach. My history in the game, I won a lot of medals and in different events, in the single events, in the double events, and the mixed double events. Also, we won the team tournaments with the whole club. One of my best moments was joining the national team in 2016. And now I'm proudly the coach of the under 15 team. The good characteristics in a good badminton player should be the agility in his mind and his body, the skills, listening to his coach, the consistency in the training, the nutrition plan, and of course his hard work. The badminton rules are the best of 3. The best of 3 games win the match. It's a 21 points game. There are a lot of events, like individual events, single event, one player versus one player, and a double event, two players versus two players, and a mixed double event is one boy and one girl versus one boy and one girl. And also, of course, there's a team tournament at the end. The most important competition nationally is, of course, the national tournament here in Egypt. And internationally, there are a lot of important competitions, like the World Championship, the Olympic Games, and the Super Grand Prix Series. The ones who motivates me in the game are, of course, my coach, Captain Tamer, and a lot of good players, my family. We also motivate each other to be better.
Feeling miserable, always hanging on to the visual. I wanna be invisible. Looking at my years like I'm out of dumb. Everybody needs to be a part of them. Never be enough on the prodigal son. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip. Word up on your lip, lip. Ready that you rip, rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. Whatever it takes. Yeah, take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do what it takes. Hypocritical, egotistical. Don't wanna be the parenthetical, hypothetical. Working on something that I'm proud of. Out of the box, an epoxy to the world and the vision we've lost. I'm an apostrophe. I'm just a symbol to remind you that there's more to see. I'm just a product of the system of catastrophe. And yet a masterpiece, and yet I'm half diseased. And when I am deceased, at least I go down to the grave and die happily. And leave the body of my soul to be a part of me. I do what it takes. Whatever it takes. Everybody needs to be a part of them. Never be enough on the prodigal son. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip. Word up on your lip, lip.
Egypt's rank among Africa, we are one of the best teams. We always get the first or the second place. But worldwide, we need to work more on our rank. The most important players nationally are, of course, Mahmoud Sayad, Hadi Hosni, Abdurrahman Kashkal, Duha Hani, Adam Hatem, Abdurrahman Hakim, Ahmed Salah. They are the national players of our team. They won the African Championship. They got to the Olympic Games. They got to the World Club. So I think they're the best. And internationally, of course, there's Lindan, Lee Chongui, Kento Momota, a lot of good players. So as a coach, the characteristics I try to find in my player are, of course, number one, the skill. If he has the skill, so of course he's going to be a good player. Also, the good body shape, if he's strong or not, if he's tall or not. Yeah, those are the most important things. spread the game more in Egypt, there's a lot of things to do. For example, we have to do more competitions. We have to spread the game in different clubs and new clubs. And of course, there's a role for the media to spread the game and show the game to more audience. Basically, to join the national team, you have to be to win a top place in the competitions. Then you're going to join the national team. The clubs that are competing with Al Zuhur club, there's a good teams here in Egypt, like Hal Yulido club, like the Army club. I think those are our most strong competitors. So in the past, before Corona, the club used to take the players, the top players here to, to a camps outside the country or inside. But of course now, due to COVID-19 restrictions, it's a little bit hard. But of course, it would be wonderful to start going again out abroad. So the daily routine for my player is he comes early, like 15 or 20 minutes earlier to warm up. I give him a specific instructions for the warm up. After the warm up, they start stretching. Then after stretching, they start the heat up with the shuttle. Then we start the practice. The practice is divided to different parts, like skill part and the power part and the speed part. Then they end up by cooling down and stretching. Then they can do some footwork and some workouts. The next competition is the Egyptian Federation Cup. It starts after 2 months, and the players are getting ready now after the full recovery. And I hope they'll do well. So after COVID-19, the players now are, they know how important it is to wear masks. They now sleep earlier. They start working out even at their homes. Of course, they have to eat healthier food, more vitamin C. And in the competitions, we have to be aware that we should not get close to each other. We don't handshake, we just fist bump. Of course, my hope now is my players get the first place and join the national team. And I hope that one day I could coach the national team too. And I wish I could be successful in both my practical life and my sports life.
أنا اسمي مريم طارق أنا بلعب جمباز في
My name is Mariam Tariq. I play gymnastics at a Zuhur club in Cairo. I'm a member of Egypt's national team. I've been practicing the sport since I was 4 years old. The most prominent championships I've been part of were in the Ukraine, Russia, and Tunisia, where I came third after finishing 5th in the Ukraine, while in Russia, where it was a really difficult tournament, I was a member of the squad that got third in the competition. I've been lucky to win several Cairo and national championships, and that allowed me to be a member of the squad for 2 years now, under the guidance of the coach who selected me to the national team, Coach Ashraf al-Shafi'i. Some of the important traits a gymnast should own is a strong, thin, agile body and light weight, and of course, a love for challenge and winning.
وانا اللي كنت عايزه العب اللعبه عشان كنت بشوف ناس كتير يعني على طول.
I personally chose my sport, the sport of gymnastics, because I was really impressed since I was very little by the girls who practiced it. I mainly practice artistic gymnastics with its 4 apparatuses: the floor, the pommel horse, the beam, and the parallel bars, which is my favorite. It is really demanding, requiring strength and stamina. I also like the beam, which requires stability and balance, while the floor needs a strong acceleration and jumps off the ground. We girls, of course, practice only 4 apparatuses, unlike the boys who have 6.
وعايزين درجات اعلى وكده.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me Now I'm floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. I earned my stripes. I went from 0 to my own hero. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me
يعني في البنات النقط بتبقى على الاداء
In girls' competitions, points are awarded mainly on performance, style, beauty, and elegance, while for the boys, it mainly depends on targeted disciplines and goals. Of course, here at home, my main focus is the national championship, while internationally, my goal is to perform well at the World Championships and to participate at the Olympic Games, of course, which is every athlete's dream. Our main competitors in club competitions here in Egypt are Wadi Digla, Al Muassasa in Alexandria, and also Alexandria-based Sporting and Sumuha clubs who all compete against us here at Zuhur. My idol locally is Farah Ahmed, whom I'm lucky to train with, and internationally, of course, the USA's Simone Biles.
ببقى نفسي ابقى زيها. دوليا سيمون بايلز هي من امريكا، وهي يعني حلوه قوي، نفسي يعني ابقى زيها ان شاء الله. هو انا يومي في التمرين، احنا دلوقتي قاعدين في معسكر.
We are now permanently based in a training camp due to the COVID-19 challenge. We wake up at 7 a.m. We start by running, then fitness. Then after a break, we go back to practice our disciplines, then more fitness and warming up before working on the apparatuses themselves. Then after another break, we go for the very light night practice, which is mainly aimed at letting our muscles heal and our bodies to relax. Of course, as we approach tournaments, we start to decrease the practice load so we could peak and deliver at the right moment. I'm now looking forward and getting ready for the national championships in April and the African championships in May.
وفي بطولة أفريقيا هي في شهر 5.
Of course, we also have foreign-based training camps away from home. One of them is in Russia, which is a powerhouse in the sport and where we get to be coached by their best, which is something of great value, of course. I think we need to build more halls for gymnastics here in Egypt to allow for the creation of a bigger base for the sport here. My dream is naturally to represent my country at the Olympic Games and hopefully perform my best over there.